Oh, there's the honey right behind you. With honey on it.
Baby.
You drawing? Wow. Stay on the paper. Stay on the paper. I find this age really quite challenging actually, because look, I have nothing to compare it to because I've only had the one baby, but I just like, she's coming into her own, she's independent, she's got her own will, her own desires, and she just wants to be busy and doing stuff and trying stuff and doing it by herself without help. You know, playing with markers and stuff like that is fun for her, completely nerve-wracking for me because everything gets drawn on. But these are washable ones, so they come off clothes, off walls, off furniture. Yeah, it's okay. We'll clean it later. So I went and got a check, and I did a blood test, a really comprehensive one, and went to the doctor to get my results. And then once I get my results, I take it to my naturopath as well, just to have a look. Basically, I was very low in iron, and when I went to my naturopath, she said that my iron was basically critically low. Okay. And it's my ferritin, which is the iron stores in my body. Okay, don't throw them down there anymore because I'm not going to pick them up. I'm not going to pick them up anymore. Leave them here. Leave them here. So this is basically what it's like having a conversation with a friend at the moment. It's like interrupted every single sentence by trying to like, with this situation. No, don't draw on yourself. This is so stressful with markers. Okay, maybe I should just let her draw on herself. So I'm working on building up my iron at the moment and just really concentrating on a few things for my health. So Blair and I are mostly vegan. Blair is vegan, like he doesn't have eggs. Whereas I've just started to introduce eggs back into my diet just to get my levels up to where I want them quickly. But yeah. Anyway, so today, oh by the way, welcome back to another video on my channel. I feel really weird saying my channel because I don't feel worthy of the channel title. Like, I have a channel. I feel like you have to be someone special to have a channel. So funny because a couple of days ago I talked about imposter syndrome on my Instagram, and here I am just feeling like such an imposter on YouTube. It's like, who am I to be starting a YouTube channel? Sweetheart, don't draw on the chair. Good job, good girl. Just draw on the paper. Paper's fun. So yeah, today we don't have a huge amount planned, but I do want to get on top of the house because I just feel so behind. our house needs a major organization as well. Like, I love to have things organized, and I find myself doing organizing stuff constantly. But I feel like because we're being so busy, the organization has just gone down the gurgler. So I want to get on top of the house and just get it tidy and like back to a level of like normal. I feel like this is going to be a really difficult video to edit because we're quite scattered here. We're going to start with tidying the kitchen because that always makes me feel really good, just to have the kitchen all nice and tidy and clean. So we're going to start with this, and then we're going to tackle the rest of the house. Honestly, these white lounges, I love them because I like light and fresh, neutral stuff in my home, but they do get dirty, especially now that we have a dog and a baby. Yeah, that's right. So is that funny, is it? So we need to wash them occasionally, wash the covers. So I would never have a white couch if I couldn't remove the covers and wash them. So I can do that, and they come out really good. So once I've washed them, they actually, yeah, like stains are gone, marks are gone. I just put it through a really long wash and just a really thorough one, and yeah, it works out really well. And if you can hang it out in the sun, bonus, bonus, bonus. So I'm not going to be cleaning my lounges in this video because I don't have time. That's kind of like the next level of house cleaning. At the moment, I'm just at the basics of tidying things. So this one's so clingy today. She just wants to be on me. Yeah, so we're just gonna tidy. This is the most embarrassing room, which is our room. There is explanation to why it is this messy, and the bed is like totally different to what we usually have on here. So this is like a charcoal, just a really old doona cover. My nice linen one was put through the wash with a pen, with an blue ink pen. But I have a new one. I just bought a new one, so I'm gonna put that on today. It's always crazy. Like, we go away a lot, so we're like packing stuff and then unpacking. So it is quite the chaotic situation. Honestly, I wasn't sure whether I would show this. I think it's beyond relatable. Like, no one can relate to it. I'm sure no one can relate to this. Or maybe you can, but like when I watch YouTube videos and they're like, oh, I just thought I'd show you the real picture of my messy room so that you can relate. It's like, that doesn't look very messy to me. Okay, anyway, we generally, honest to God, generally our room is much, 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 much tidier and clean than this. But occasionally it does get a little chaotic if we're being away or things are just happening in our lives. Alright, so we're going to tackle this and make a huge amount of progress. sweetheart, you want to help me put all your toys away? What about this one? These ones on the ground? These ones on the ground? These ones? Put them away. That one. Good job. That one. Great job. High five. High five. Good job. What about that one? Well done. Good job. I'm going to do my hair and then we are going to the op shop. Eden and I got out of the house for a little bit and it's turned out to be quite a disaster because on the way to the op shop, so we were going op shopping, we got pulled over by a policeman who told me my car wasn't registered. And I'm like, what? Because I know that Blair went through the whole registration process about a month ago. Anyway, so I called Blair and he's like, yep, should be all done, should be all sorted. And then the policeman came back and said, look, I can see that it's been ticked, that you've done everything, but you haven't paid the fee. So we hadn't or paid the entire fee, or it had bounced or something like that. So anyway, I got a $750 fine. Hang on a minute. What is it that you would like? You would like this? Okay, I finally arrived at the op shop and it's closed. So this trip was A, pointless, and B, very expensive. So we're gonna go back home now and I'm gonna put Eden to sleep. I'm gonna have lunch and then continue with the rest of the day. When Eden goes to sleep, it's like always this challenge of, do I do work? Do I do something productive? Do I relax? And I'm really trying to prioritize just relaxing because when she's awake, there is 0 chances that I will be able to relax. Like Eden is, God bless her, she is the most beautiful girl. She has this gorgeous character where she's playful, she's fun, she's energetic, she wants to learn, she's curious, she's a go-getter, and all of those things are so positive and beautiful, yet they're also things that make her really hard. Like independent play is something that she just hasn't nailed at all yet, and I'm not actually sure how to navigate that. Like when parents talk about independent play, what do they mean and how do they get their child to do that? Maybe it's the age. So if you're a mum and you're watching this and you have some advice or comments on that, I'd love to hear them in the comments. Like I feel like motherhood is such a challenge. And I look at other mums and I'm like, they just seem to be nailing it and they have it all together and their kids seem to be like really well behaved in public or just really calm and content and just like easy. And then like Eden, she like, I love her. Like don't get me wrong in this, and she's probably, you know, when she's older gonna listen and watch back to this. Like I just find her hard. I find, and maybe it's not her, maybe it's just motherhood. Like I just find her hard. Like a lot of the time I'm like, what am I doing wrong? What am I doing? I must be doing something wrong. Like, you know, when you have those days, and like honestly there's more of these days than not for me, where it's just like there's crying and there's whinging and there's demands, and I just feel like I'm like constantly trying to keep up and trying to make her happy and trying to, you know, give her something to do and entertain her and feed her and change nappies and put her to sleep and battle. You know, there's just so many, I feel like it's like there's so many constant battles. And I am fully aware that I'm a melancholy personality, so I can sometimes fixate on the negatives and the struggles and the difficulties of life. So I'm conscious of that, and like maybe that is exactly what I'm doing right now. But yeah, like I find it hard. But I have to practice gratefulness and positivity in my life and focus on the good things, and I feel like God is really helping me do that. But it's a challenge, and yeah, I adore her. I wouldn't exchange it for the world. I don't want to bore you guys, so I'm gonna do this pile of laundry now, and I'll see you guys after. So it's practically dark now. I've had a really tough day, quite honestly. It started off pretty good, but then as the day progressed, like, I don't know what's wrong with me. I know that sounds really melodramatic, but I just had this overwhelming urge and sense of just needing a break, just so desperately. Like, Eden is only sleeping for half an hour a day, like her naps. And today I really tried to push her beyond that by trying to put her back to sleep. And it just became this big midday ordeal, and really, like, she only really got half an hour. But what it means is that in the afternoon, she's really hard because she's tired. And yeah, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I'm not trying to garner any of your sympathy or anything, because I know every mother goes through different struggles and different seasons in motherhood. But at the moment, I just feel like, man, this is rough. Like, this is hard. Blair came home, and it was then that I realized I was just on the verge of meltdown. Like, as soon as he came home, I was like, here is a child. I'm going into my room, and I just needed a break, and I just cried. I don't know. So if you are a mum who, there's my gorgeous girl. If you are a mum who just desperately needs a break, you are not alone. If you are a mum that would not trade the world for your child or your children, yet you still have days where it's hard to find the joy in it, you are not alone. I can resonate with you if you have those feelings. It's not like that every day for me. Like, there are days where I'm loving it and things are going great, but there are days where I'm exhausted. I am drained. I am 100% completely, utterly in love with my gorgeous Eden, but I need a break, and I'm tired. Today, I just realized how much more I need to just lean into the strength that God has for me as a mum and offers mothers. I believe that God gives mums like that extra little boost of strength every day, but we need to draw close to Him so that He can draw near to us. You know, there's that text in the Bible that says, if we draw near to Him, He draws near to us. And so if we need Him and we need His strength daily, we need to draw near to Him daily. And yeah, this morning I did do devotions, but it just wasn't for long, and I had a really late night last night, so I didn't get up early enough, and I feel like I'm paying for it right now, so I feel exhausted. Anyway, I'm putting dinner on the table because that's what we do as mums, because we have hungry people. Like, I would easily just skip a meal right now and just be like, I'm going to bed, but hey, that's not possible. I'm just gonna leave the vlog here. When I go to edit this, I'll probably realize that I have like 6 minutes of content. Choo-choo, 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 chugga 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 chugga, choo-choo, choo-choo, chugga 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 chugga. Trot 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 trot. Me me.
What?
Horse. You want to do the horse? Gallopy, 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 gallopy. Okay, you don't want any more. That's okay. Yeah, you're finished? Okay. You want more? You want this one? I have just spent the last, 10 minutes playing games, trying to get her to take a mouthful, and now that she says finished and I've taken away the thing and her bib, she's like hoeing in. Another one? What? What? You, my friend. You want another one? You're silly. Silly girl. Alright, as long as you eat. You ready? Mwah. What? You were crazy. Oh man, I feel like I really had to ask for forgiveness from this little girl. I haven't been a great mum today. She just wants to giggle and laugh and just play games and do fun things, and I suppose maybe today I was too task oriented. Like, I had things that I wanted to get done and I couldn't get them done, and it just made me frustrated. And I think that there's a lesson in that, and I feel like I'm reminding myself of this lesson over and over again, but it's like, what? I need to lower my expectations for what I achieve in the day and the way that she is during the... What? So that we can just enjoy and take it as it comes and just not stress so much. Lessons to learn, lessons to learn.